And now, live and remote from the Wasteland, the Jake and Emily Show, brought to you by Nuka-Cola, the only fizzy blue drink of the atomic wasteland.
Hello, folks. Welcome to the show.
Hi, guys. Welcome.
Some days the reception really sucks. Let me try just a bit more fine-tuning. Okay, here we go. Check out this old audio clip. It's Biden calling Trump supporters garbage.
We know the Puerto Rican that I know, or Puerto Rico, where I'm in my home state of Delaware, they're good, decent, honorable people. The only garbage I see floating out there is his supporters. His demonization of things is unconscionable, and it's un-American. It's totally contrary to everything we've done. The only garbage I see floating out there is his supporters. His demonization of things is unconscionable, and it's un-American. It's totally contrary to everything we've done.
Look at this, Jake. His words were inked into history. But where did they lead us?
To an us versus them mentality. Dehumanization is the precursor to the worst of human behavior. Calling the opposition garbage is the same as calling someone filth, debris, litter, worthless, dirt, feces, putrid, or all the decaying junk we find in the wasteland.
Can we even understand this wasteland we're in without examining how words shaped our past? I mean, before they were dropping nuclear bombs, they were dropping F-bombs and hating each other.
Before all this, it was there too. Like the Nazis, before the genocide, they called the Jews rats, vermin. You know what they say, if you dehumanize first, you justify what comes next.
And Stalin's purges too. Enemies of the state was what they called them. Not people, just obstacles to remove. There's a famous photograph of Stalin and his advisors. In Soviet Russia, particularly during Stalin's rule, official photographs were often altered to reflect political realities and to erase individuals who had fallen out of favor or been purged. The classic example often cited involves a photo of Stalin with a group of his advisors or party members. Over time, as various individuals in the photo were arrested, executed, or fell from grace politically, they were systematically removed from subsequent prints of the photograph.
Yes, I remember a book called The Commissar Vanishes. The falsification of photographs and art in Stalin's Russia. People were demonized, labeled unfit, spies, traitors, enemies of the party, and what do you know? They were erased from history, in both photos and in real life. It's everywhere in history. Rwanda, too. Hutus called Tutsis cockroaches. Dehumanization strips empathy. When people aren't people anymore, anything becomes justifiable.
And in the old civil wars, it wasn't just overseas. People were divided everywhere. Call your neighbor garbage long enough, and conflict follows. Here it talks about how language shapes reality, how once you see people as less than human, you justify theft, violence, even genocide. In the First Civil War, you were called a rebel or Johnny Reb. Also, butternuts, copperheads, secesh or secessionist, and Reb or Graybacks. For the North, it was Yankee, abolitionist, Home Guard, or Lincolnite. If you were really mad, goal-darned Yankee.
And the language doesn't stop with them. We've all been guilty of it. Our speech creates the world we live in. When we call someone garbage, we start treating them that way. No one wants to be treated like garbage. You've got to wonder why FEMA was so slow to help the mountain people of Appalachia after the floods. Why were they confiscating relief supplies, blocking rescue trucks, blocking airspace to relief air traffic? Were they treating the people like garbage because that's what they believed?
You're right, Jake. It almost seems like government hates the people who don't belong to the ruling class. We, the people, demanded representation, not kings and invisible bureaucrats. So language, especially politically correct language, can break societies just as much as wars or bombs. Even in the ruins, dehumanizing words pit people against each other, pushing us to the brink.
And when resources are scarce, what's the point of fueling more division? Dehumanization brings us to conflict, endless conflict, when unity might help us survive.
Maybe unity is the rarest skill we have left. It takes unity for you and me to survive out here in the wasteland. I've got your 6, and you have mine.
Yeah, I think you've saved my life about, what is it, like 5 times now? Leaders who've used dehumanizing language led their societies into ruin, just like we're living in now. Whether propaganda or tweets, it's always the same outcome: division and destruction.
Here we are, living in the aftermath. If people knew how much words mattered, maybe things would be different. Dehumanization never leads anywhere good. Look at all this garbage. Oh, sorry, garbage. Biden's words, or anyone's for that matter, echo this old, dangerous pattern. Instead of bringing people together, they pave the way for fracture. And Jake, it's been 6 times I've saved your precious butt. Hey, Jake, have you finally got that radio tuned in? What's on our favorite station?
I've been tweaking this antenna, and I think I've got it. And Emily, your number is 10. 10 times I've kept you alive. But who's counting?
In the wasteland, everything's gray. Once we danced through skies of blue, not today. Echoes of laughter fade far away. Gone with the sun in the ash, we find our way. Dreams of yesterday, in the shadows silhouettes sway, broken memories of a brighter day. Hopes are whispered in the fray, among the ruins we're here to stay. In the ash we rise anew, dreams of yesterday.